Hi, I'm Dr. Tim Weir, and I gotta tell you, I love life. But when I'm not being a husband, a father, a grandfather, an author, or a practicing chiropractor, I'm the host of the television show Loving Life with Dr. Tim Weir. I love to cook. I love to travel. I like to spend time with people who do what they love and love what they do. Join me and Elvis for the next 30 minutes as we help you discover how to love life. Hey, one of the greatest things that we have about living in this country is all of our freedoms and all of our rights. And one of those rights is the right to bear arms. And so my guest today is Rhonda Allen. Rhonda is with the Academy of Personal Defense and Security. Rhonda, thank you for joining me today.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Oh, I'm glad you're here. There are so many probably misconceptions about guns and the safety and all that kind of stuff. Before we get into all that, tell me a little bit about Rhonda Allen and how you got into what you're doing.
Well, I got into it like a lot of people do. I have been a gun owner almost all my life. Shot for the first time when I was 15. Had a firearm, carried it around in my car in the glove box like a lot of people do. And it wasn't until around 2012 that I decided to take a concealed carry class, like everybody does. That's not the first step that I recommend, but that's what I did. And that first formal instruction really opened my eyes to what else was out there. You know, you don't know what you don't know. And once you start realizing that, the more you learn, the more you know you don't know. And so it's just been a snowball since then, and went from a novice shooter to a National Rifle Association training counselor.
Well, and I think that's an important concept for people because we have the gun and knife shows that come in, and I think sometimes people think, well, I'm just going to go buy a gun for safety in my house, got a gun, and I've never shot it.
Yes, there's a lot of false security running around these days. Have gun and permit will travel.
Yeah.
Again, they don't perceive the need and understand how important training is.
Well, and honestly, between you, me, and the fence post and 20 other million people, if you've got a gun in your house for protection and somebody breaks in and you go for that gun, the lesser of the two trained is probably going to lose out on this battle anyways. That's probably the case, and many times your assailants or home invaders and these sorts are not formally trained, more than likely, and so if you are, you'll have the advantage. Wow, okay. So my first step, because I've been around enough to hear this, you got to make sure you get your concealed carry permit. You talked just a second ago about that, but that's not the first step.
It's not the first step that we recommend. First of all, I'll be very blunt and say that the concealed carry instructor market is flooded, and I tell people everybody and his brother and his dog these days is a concealed carry instructor. They have one class that they teach, and that's the only class they market, so it's the only class the public ever hears about. So when they consider purchasing a firearm and learning how to shoot, the only class they've ever heard of is concealed carry, and that everybody jumps on that train, and when they get there, they oftentimes feel overwhelmed or over their head. That class is really for the proficient shooter, learning the laws of the state. When you can shoot, when you can't, where you can go with your firearm, where you can't. It is not a teach me to shoot class, and I equate that to starting school in the 6th grade. And the teacher asks you to write a paper, but you don't know your ABCs yet. So you struggle. And then many times, if they find the right instructor, the right trainer, they will ask them to, let's start over again at square one.
Wow. So here's a lady who wants to have a gun for protection. First step, call you.
Hopefully, yes.
Yeah.
The first step, and I got an email last week, and this is a perfect example of what I deal with. She wrote me and she said, a friend told me about you, and I've decided that I need a firearm. in my life. I don't have anything, I don't know anything, and I'm afraid. That was the way she put it. And she said, I'm nervous around loud noises and all, but I do recognize the need. And that's the first step, is perceiving the need, because so many people think they don't need training. So my first recommendation to someone like that is to attend a National Rifle Association Women on Target clinic. That's a national program. They can find one in their area by going on the website, NRA website. We offer those clinics once a month, and that is for the women only, new to firearms. We have all-female instructor staff.
Wow.
For one-on-one training and attention. And we just start at the basics. I tell the ladies, if this were a cooking class, I would be standing here saying this is an egg. That's how basic we're going to start. And we really concentrate on safe gun handling, basic marksmanship fundamentals, and the safety rules. And that's a full 4 hours of an introduction. And they have the opportunity to learn how to load and unload, clear stoppages under the guidance of their instructor. And they get to fire revolvers and semi-automatics, one each. We provide all the guns, all the ammunition, targets, eye and ear protection, everything they need, and we do it at cost. It's only $25, and the reason we do that...
No, come on now.
No, we do that, only that program
Sure.
at cost, because we want them to have the opportunity to pull a trigger and decide, is this something that I like? Is this something I want to pursue?
Sure.
Before they start investing money in training and firearms, and because quite frankly, it can get expensive if you're serious and committed. But that is step one, you know. So, and we don't expect somebody to come to the table that doesn't know anything about firearms to already have a gun. Many do, that they didn't purchase for themselves, and that's another topic we can talk about.
So, and because people can, there's a fear that I don't know anything about anything. I'm kind of afraid to go and act the fool and look like a crazy. But they don't have to know anything.
They don't. We don't expect them to. That program is for women who've never touched a gun before, or they're very afraid or fearful, or perhaps they've had some training. My dad trained me some when I was 12 years old in the backyard. I mean, you know, that's not formal instruction.
Yeah.
So it's really for the novice female shooter.
All right, don't change the channel, because we're going to be coming right back.
All right.
A little bit more with Rhonda Allen. Don't change the channel.
Just because you're in an accident but didn't ride in one of these doesn't mean that you didn't get injured.
Hello, I'm Dr. Tim Weir, and after 35 years in practice, I can tell you a lot of times an injury doesn't show up for 2 to 3 days after an accident. So if you've been in an accident, don't delay any further. Call my office today.
Raleigh Spine and Injury Chiropractic. Just when you thought nobody cared. Call 790-1332 right now.
Uptone Pictures is a full-service script-to-screen production company which can help you create the proper messaging for any number of applications. With spacious state-of-the-art studio offering green screen, mocap, and practical stages, along with a team of professionals who will make you and your business shine. So what are you waiting for? Call us at 919-649-3587 and schedule your appointment today. It's time we put your imagination into motion.
I've been in an accident and I don't have insurance. I don't know what to do.
I was in an accident and I don't have insurance. Now what am I gonna do?
Hi, this is Dr. Tim Weir, and if you've been in an accident, but you don't have health insurance, it's okay. We accept third-party liens. That means we'll wait for the insurance company to pay us. So if you've been in an accident, call us today.
Raleigh Spine and Injury Chiropractic. Just when you thought nobody cared. Call 790-1332 right now.
Hey, we're back with Rhonda Allen. Rhonda is with the Academy of Personal Defense and Security. Rhonda, you guys have so many things going on.
That's right.
For example, here I'm looking at the Well-Armed Woman.
Yes. That is a national program for women. It's all about women teaching women. And it's a program started by Carrie Lightfoot in Arizona in 2012. The first chapter started in January of 2013. We started the first chapter in North Carolina in May of 2013, and now there are 14 in our state in North Carolina.
Wow.
There are over 800 chapter leaders and co-leaders in the country. We have chapters in every state but one. And it's just a fabulous program. We take in every woman with any experience level, from beginner through instructor, with that program. And that's probably the biggest challenge, is meeting all the needs of the various skill levels.
Exactly.
But it has blown up literally overnight. Women are coming out of the woodworks. Carrie Lightfoot used to be very anti-gun back in the day when she had her children at home, and when they grew up and left the home, and she was a single parent and was working in an area that made her feel vulnerable for the first time in her life, and she thought, maybe I need to reconsider this firearm thing. And so when she started trying to research it, she found out very quickly that there were two main types. It was Ramboette and Babes and Bullets. And nothing in there for where are the regular women like me.
Exactly.
And when she did not find that, she decided to fix it and start her own organization, and she did, and it's very popular, and here come all the regular women like her.
Isn't that
and
amazing?
They're coming out of the woodworks. Yes, very amazing.
Okay, so that's women.
That is a women-only program. So we host two women-only programs at our academy once a month. So we do Women on Target once a month, and we do the Well-Armed Woman once a month. And the way we do it is for beginner, novice women new to guns, we recommend they start Women on Target. For ladies that have their own gun, they feel comfortable, we
You go a
urge
step
them
further.
to go to the Well-Armed Woman chapter. I am the state leader in North Carolina for the Well-Armed Woman. We have, again, 14 chapters in the state. I teach 3 chapters personally myself once a month. Yeah, so we're quite busy. But in that, we teach defensive skills. And the big thing people need to understand, shooting and marksmanship is not the same thing as defensive shooting and gunfighting. You have to learn how to shoot before you can learn how to gunfight. 2 different things.
Cart before the horse.
Cart before the horse, and so many people think, they want to skip all that and go straight to the, to the defensive shooting. But all the skills that they learn in marksmanship transfer over to the higher calibers and to defensive shooting. So they're really 2 different animals.
So now we've talked mainly about women.
Yes.
Do you have stuff for men too?
Yes. We teach.
Because I'm a gun virgin.
So what we would recommend for the men, and it would be second step for the ladies, but we would recommend the National Rifle Association Basics of Pistol Shooting course. And that's also a national program. You can find one in your area. We teach that once a month also for beginner men and women. We offer a couples discount if you come together.
Really?
Yeah. And from there are defensive courses, so personal protection in the home, personal protection outside the home, Refuse to be a Victim program, which is a non-firearms course that we offer. We teach rifle, shotgun, pistol. Wow, I don't know about firearm home safety.
I'm just saying, I really love your attitude in that I'm just going to go get a gun from the flea market or wherever and I'm going to have it. No, I mean, you better know what you're doing and better be the best.
Well, it's funny you use the word attitude, because that's the 3 words you're going to hear in every NRA class from student through instructor level courses. The intent and the goal of every NRA course is to teach the knowledge, skills, and attitude necessary. Knowledge, we can impart. Skills, we can teach.
Yeah.
Attitude, there's not a thing we can do about that. And so we hope that you come with a good one. And most people that are seeking formal training do have a good attitude.
Sure.
They understand their need. But that is the main thing.
You're awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you for being with me.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Listen, I like this lady. So if you've been talking about, maybe I need to get a gun, or how do I look into it, go to her website. It's right here. Check it out. I'm telling you, she knows what she's doing. Don't change the channel. We have more coming up.
Just because you're in an accident but didn't ride in one of these doesn't mean that you didn't get injured.
Hello, I'm Dr. Tim Weir, and after 35 years in practice, I can tell you a lot of times an injury doesn't show up for 2 to 3 days after an accident. So if you've been in an accident, don't delay any further. Call my office today.
Raleigh Spine and Injury Chiropractic. Just when you thought nobody cared. Call 790-1332 right now.
Uptone Pictures is a full-service script-to-screen production company which can help you create the proper messaging for any number of applications, with spacious state-of-the-art studio offering green screen, mocap, and practical stages, along with a team of professionals who will make you and your business shine. So what are you waiting for? Call us at 919-649-3587 and schedule your appointment today. It's time we put your imagination into motion.
Hi, this is Dr. Tim Weir from the Loving Life TV show. One of my family's favorite places to eat is Milton's Pizza. If you like good pizza, I'm telling you, they serve the best pizza around. Their salad bar, second to none. Our family is gluten-free, and we can eat there quite easily. You're gonna love Milton's. Take the time to go there and tell them Dr. Tim sent you.
We are Milton's Pizza, and you are watching Loving Life.
I've been in an accident and I don't have insurance. I don't know what to do.
I was in an accident, and I don't have insurance. Now what am I gonna do?
Hi, this is Dr. Tim Weir, and if you've been in an accident, but you don't have health insurance, it's okay. We accept third-party liens. That means we'll wait for the insurance company to pay us. So if you've been in an accident, call us today.
Raleigh Spine and Injury Chiropractic. Just when you thought nobody cared. Call 790-1332 right now.
Hey, let me read you a couple of things here. You're tired of hidden cell phone fees, your driver's license is suspended, you're buying and selling your home, a merchant refuses to honor a guarantee, an online auction goes sour, a repairman won't stand behind his word. What do? Do you handle it yourself? Or you can call my good friend here, Bill Segreve. He's with Legalshield. Bill, thank you for being with me.
Thank you, Dr. Weir. Thank you for having me.
You got 101 reasons here why you would need your service.
That's correct.
Okay. So you're not an attorney.
No, I'm not. I'm an independent associate with Legalshield. I market the services for Legalshield.
So here's the average blow Joe guy, doesn't have an attorney. Most people don't have an attorney.
No, they don't. And that becomes problematic for most people. We don't realize that these things, these little things that you just wrote, are really legal situations when somebody bumps into them and they're not being treated unfairly and they don't know what to do. And you know, the average person, and I include myself in the average person, doesn't have $300 an hour to go talk to an attorney about, you know, a matter where maybe a warranty is not being honored by a contractor. So with our service, you know, the member pays a small monthly fee, and they have the ability to use our law firms, call them up, talk with them. Our law firms will write letters or make phone calls on their behalf and help to resolve these issues in their favor.
Wow. Now, is there a certain list of things that we'll do this, but you can't do this, or?
Right. The basic services are, you know, anytime you want to call, you can call the law firm anytime Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, with whatever issue you might be dealing with. I'm currently have assigned a member whose home was damaged during Matthew, still is not fixed. The insurance company, he got a check, and apparently that insurance company got sold, and the check was non-negotiable.
Oh, wow.
And he's still trying to get this resolved. And you know, an insurance company might not respond as well to him as they will to Merritt Webb, who's our provider law firm. And that's been my experience, that a letter from Merritt Webb carries more weight than, say, a letter from the desk of Bill Segreve. And you'll start to get you'll get a different result.
Yeah, it could, because it's one person against somebody who's got more money than God sometimes.
Yeah, and they have lawyers, or you're dealing with a corporation. I had an incident, about 3 years ago where there was my automobile insurance company had overcharged me $300. I'm calling customer service, of course, talking to the person that isn't authorized to make a decision, who then patches me over to their supervisor, who doesn't have an authority to make any decisions. And because I've been a member of LegalShield for about 12 years now, I realize, okay, I see, and most people can identify with calling an insurance company and being passed along and not getting any kind of a result. I was able to pick up my telephone. We have an app. I tap the app, speaking with Merritt Webb, whose offices are right here in Durham, North Carolina. I send them the correspondence that I've had with them through email, and one of the attorneys there, Mr. Howard Hunter, made a nice letter for me, about a paragraph, sent it to this company, and about 2 weeks later I got a letter from their corporate office apologizing and then crediting my insurance bill back for the...
Wow.
Now, I wouldn't have hired a $300 an hour attorney to handle...
Wouldn't have been worth it.
Oh, no, absolutely not. And I might not have even thought to do it.
Sure.
So what we are able to do for people is now put something in their hands where they have access to, we all have legal rights, but if we don't know what they are, we don't have any. And if we don't have an advocate that can help us, enforce those rights so that we can be treated fairly, or, we like to say that, we help people with anything from the trivial to the traumatic. Now, $300 on my insurance, you might consider that trivial. It's not a, I'm not being arrested, but
Right.
But that's my $300, and I want to get my $300.
Sure.
So, being able to pick up that telephone for a membership, our membership is $19.95 a month.
Wow.
I was able to speak to an attorney, get a letter written on my behalf, and the issue was resolved in in my favor. I got my money back.
That's huge.
It's huge. It's very big. And anybody that, for the average working person, and like I said, I include, $300 is $300.
And that gives you a certain amount of safe feeling when you've got them behind you.
You've got them behind you, whether it's an insurance company like this fellow's dealing with, it could be a home warranty, and you're not getting the results that you need. Some of the other things that we do, and this is a big selling point, is that for everybody, when they become a member of LegalShield, we are going to do a will, living will, and healthcare power of attorney for both them and their spouse or significant other as part of the cost of the membership. So when a person becomes the member, they give LegalShield their first $19.95. LegalShield is going to give them back 2 wills, living wills, and healthcare power of attorneys, which you're probably going to spend about $750 to $1,000 at least. So you give them $19.95, and they give you back $1,000 in the first.
Wow.
You can do that immediately.
Wow.
When you become a member.
Makes sense to me.
It really does make sense. And my own personal experience in the past was I've used attorneys before, and but there's also things that I probably could have used an attorney and I didn't. And I know now that if I did, I would have gotten a better result.
Do yourself a favor. They can just call you, contact you.
Yeah, absolutely. They can contact me. I can send them some information, send them to my website. I love, I am very passionate about this service because I realize that on a daily basis, what I'm able to do is help people, really help people with issues that, like I said, just to go back to this gentleman, he still got damage to his house, and he's, Matthew was, I don't know how long ago now, and, he's at his wit's end.
And you don't have to.
And you don't have to be. You can get
Let somebody else do
good
it for
legal
you.
help that will intervene on your behalf. And when you can intervene with a third party, a good attorney, your results are going to be a lot different.
Speaks volumes. Go to his website right here. Check it out. I'm telling you, that's probably the best $19 you'll spend in a month. All right. Thank you for being with me.
Thank you, sir.
You're awesome.
Thank you for having me.
Oh,
Appreciate
awesome.
it.
Don't change the channel because we got more coming up.
Just because you're in an accident but didn't ride in one of these doesn't mean that you didn't get injured.
Hello, I'm Dr. Tim Weir, and after 35 years in practice, I can tell you a lot of times an injury doesn't show up for 2 to 3 days after an accident. So if you've been in an accident, don't delay any further. Call my office today.
Raleigh Spine and Injury Chiropractic. Just when you thought nobody cared. Call 790-1332 right now.
Uptown Pictures is a full-service script-to-screen production company which can help you create the proper messaging for any number of applications. With spacious state-of-the-art studio offering green screen, mocap, and practical stages, along with a team of professionals who will make you and your business shine. So what are you waiting for? Call us at 919-649-3587 and schedule your appointment today. It's time we put your imagination into motion.
I've been in an accident and I don't have insurance. I don't know what to do.
I was in an accident, and I don't have insurance. Now what am I gonna do?
Hi, this is Dr. Tim Weir, and if you've been in an accident, but you don't have health insurance, it's okay. We accept third-party liens. That means we'll wait for the insurance company to pay us. So if you've been in an accident, call us today.
Raleigh Spine and Injury Chiropractic. Just when you thought nobody cared. Call 790-1332 right now.
Hey, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Loving Life. Listen, life is there for us to enjoy, for us to do everything that we want to do. Part of that is our rights and our protections. So that's what our guests were talking about today. Make sure that you take advantage of what they were talking about. Take advantage of their services. Life is all about doing the things that you love and love what you're doing. So you may find that you want to learn how to cook better, you may want to paint better, you may want to do other things better. That's what it's all about. Keep doing that. So ways you can do that are go to my website, drtimweir.com. It's going to tell you how to get a hold of me via Facebook. Join the Facebook page because every so often I'll send you something. We're also on Twitter. All kinds of ways we can communicate together. That's what it's all about. It's you and me talking, being a part of this huge community of humanity. So, until next week, keep loving life. I hope you enjoyed this episode of the First Choice. I love entrepreneurs. But the fact is that you are a body that has a mind that is a... Hi, this is Dr. Tim Weir. Welcome to this... We're in North Carolina. Sometimes you come out here and there are actually native little monkeys. If you look up in the tree, you can see them.
Come on, Dad.
I told you. Hey, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Loving Life. Listen, life is all about blah, 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 blah.